House of Rouse with our main guests, Collin Quarles.
Oh, look at that sexist pig.
And next coming in, Evan Quarles.
Fuck art school. It's stupid.
Up next, Hunter Duffy.
He stole my essay out of my fucking backpack.
Hungry.
Welcome to the House of Rouse.
Welcome to the House of Rouse.
Feel real. You really pressed that button pretty hard there.
He's got the high chair, the headphones, and he gets to hold the mic. This isn't fair.
Check.
We sound great. And it's not like I'm holding it up here.
Yeah, why are you doing a bit? Yeah, we got a new mic, but we couldn't afford a mic stand. Thank
We're
God.
slowly building. This week was Colin's pick.
So,
Colin, what did you pick?
I picked The Good, the Bad, and the Ugly, which I didn't know until midway through this movie that this is the third part of a trilogy.
yeah.
Did you know that?
I read it on like whatever. I was watching it on Amazon. I guess it just fucking it said something about like it being the third part.
But you know what though? If anything, that makes this movie seem better to me because it was the third part of a trilogy, and I followed everything that was happening very easily.
There's a few things that I was like, did I need to see the other ones? But yes, as a standalone movie, it's pretty impressive finding out that it's a part of the trilogy.
Yeah. Who describes this one? It's either me or Hunter.
This is what. So we used to fuck it up all the time, but we decided on we ended up deciding on the same person that starts the list also reads the description, so we wouldn't forget anymore. We forgot to do that last week.
But we also don't remember what order it's in.
Yeah, we can't remember anymore.
Professional.
Let's just start over.
I think.
None of us want to go back and listen to our old ones to figure out the way.
I think I described the mid-90s, right? Didn't I?
I don't know.
So I think it's Hunter's turn.
Wah, wah, wah. Yeah, that shit was sick though. All right, 3 outlaws. There's a bit of confusion, some name mixing up. Apparently, they all know each other. Again, I probably should have seen the other two, but
Right.
3 outlaws just chasing some gold, trying to find some Civil War gold buried in a grave.
Yep.
It's a real fun tale.
Yeah, and that sounds like.
Also, where does it take place though? That was one thing that.
It takes place where I spent most of my childhood vacations in the middle of the fucking desert.
Yeah.
But they mentioned going across the Rio Grande and going to Texas.
The Rio Grande.
They travel a lot.
The Rio, yeah. So it's possible they're going to state to state, but it's
gotta
I still
be
didn't know if they
Texas.
started out in Mexico and went up to Texas or.
Yeah. Well, I mean, one dude walks in the middle of the desert for 70 miles in the very beginning.
Yeah,
so
that was weird.
Yeah.
That didn't make any sense.
no one could survive.
Was the town closer than was a different town or something?
No, he went 70 miles.
My man was a fighter.
There's no way you can walk 70 miles.
Yeah,
That's
Tuco
crazy.
don't fucking play.
Yeah, Tuco from Breaking Bad.
Yeah,
the
I was
prequel.
about that. Yeah, I was cool with
The
that.
prequel.
I was actually really like that.
And even before that, I love the intro credits, how they're burning the film and all that.
Yeah.
Oh, dude, I felt that's one thing that immediately drew me into this.
Yeah.
Was I felt like I was playing Red Dead again.
Yeah,
So-
dude, everything.
So
They tie the dynamite to the thing, like the bridge, you know, everything was just Red Dead.
Yeah, it felt. Yeah, that's
great.
That's one super bonus. I'm actually glad that I waited so late to watch this movie.
Yeah.
So that I could play
yeah.
Red Dead first. Because good God, this movie was. I feel like it's just so much better after playing that game.
Yeah.
And it might have been vice versa if I had seen the movie first and then played Red Dead.
Oh,
Like,
yeah.
I love these elements. Feels like a real Western film, probably.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, it also it makes you see how much they took from this movie.
Yeah.
You know.
Oh yeah.
I
Oh,
was
yeah.
wondering if they, and if not, it would be awesome. The cemetery at the end would be so cool if they they just put that in the map somewhere in the game or something like that, like a little Easter egg.
Oh, they do a fuck ton of Easter eggs in that game anyway. I'm surprised they didn't do something more aimed towards these classic era of Western movies.
Yeah.
But no, yeah, it's great. Great.
Yeah.
So, yeah, let's start from the beginning.
Yeah.
Again, you mentioned the opening credits. It's sick. I love the
Yeah.
opening credits, the way they did it.
And
Oh no, you're gonna talk.
go ahead.
Nope. I want to hear what you
big
want to
man
say.
holding the mic over
Yeah,
there.
yeah. You want to point that mic wherever you want. You talk.
No.
On your high chair.
Yep. Up
Lit-
on high.
On your literal
Yeah.
high seat.
Look at the video. Like I'm here
I like
and you're
stools.
here.
I like
I'm here.
stools.
You're here.
He's a big fan of stool.
Yeah, trying to feel all powerful.
Might
and
ski
gross.
scoot over.
Stupid
Do you
shit.
wanna-
I don't know. The mic stand's
feel
here
like
too. I'm
you
getting boxed
I feel
out.
bad. I feel like you have to
I'm
talk.
getting boxed
You go
out.
ahead and
He's
talk.
taller than me. I don't like any of it. So many good shots already is what I wrote.
I agree.
Start with just the face shot right from the beginning. Like
Yeah,
right after
yeah.
the credits, you just own this dude's fucking like old ass face.
Yeah.
And then immediately after that scene, the shot of old Angel Eyes and the archway.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that shot is
Dome,
great.
Awesome.
That's an
and they
awesome
hold
shot.
it so long.
Yeah.
It makes it even better.
There's tons of long shots.
Yeah,
Yeah, there's a
lots
lot.
of shots where it's like it's a great shot, but then they decide to hold it, and just leave
Yeah.
it in that element.
You could paint that.
Yeah.
The biggest one is the end, where they keep painting everyone's eyes. And I feel like in the middle, you're like, okay, when's it gonna end? But then it just keeps going, and you're like, oh fuck,
Oh,
what's about to happen? You're just
Yeah.
like, who's gonna do?
And there's
who's
even
gonna
better
go?
shots in that scene, even though we're skipping. all
Yeah,
the way
yeah.
there. But there's even better shots in that scene of the far back of them all standing in that circle. That I
Yeah,
love.
that's a great
Oh
scene.
yeah.
But,
I'm just gonna go ahead and say I loved the music probably, and I stopped taking notes probably about
Yeah, I barely
maybe
even
2
noticed.
hours in, just because I stopped and just was enjoying the movie.
Yeah.
I wrote, but even in like maybe the 15, 20 notes I have before that, I wrote love music probably 3 or 4 times.
The music is fucking awesome,
Like-
except the wah 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 is used just, I would say, a tad too much.
Yeah.
I was cool with it. Normally I would say that. Normally I'd be like, man, this movie's using the same song over and over.
It's used so.
But I was so in the element of that movie.
Mhm.
Like that movie does such a good job of putting you in that time, in that world.
Yeah.
Like those it's so immersive.
Yeah.
Hey.
And,
Oh yeah, you.
no, you go ahead.
This has been the worst time we've ever had of talking over each other. Normally we're just
All right.
we're seamless yelling at each other,
Yeah.
but this time we're just, why are we pussyfooting around?
guess
it's 'cause
Take dominance, assert yourself, damn it.
I think that's because there's so much to say about it.
I was just gonna say
Yeah.
with the music that I think. That's one of my all-time favorite scores, and I can't believe I forgot to add that to my top 5 scores. That's like
Yeah, I might have to go
that's
in mine
my
after
top
this one,
5.
honestly.
And the song at the end is like,
Oh, they're all every
Fucking
song
amazing.
is perfect. Every song that they use is, and even again they use that wah, wah, wah too much, but
every time Clint Eastwood looks at the camera or does anything,
Yeah.
he goes, wah, wah, wah.
yeah. But it also again it's just another element that just fully immerses you for some reason. It just feels so like I haven't even seen but so many westerns, and
Oh,
it
yeah.
feels like every time that the music will either it just immerses you in that world again, or it's perfect for the like building a tension or a slowed down part. Like the music is just every style they needed every part of the way. I felt like it was perfect.
Yeah,
every time.
it's kind of a disservice that no one mentioned that in our top
Yeah,
5
like I said,
scores.
it would probably be.
Yeah.
I'd have to go back and look at what my top 5 was, but it probably
Yeah,
should
shit's
sneak in
amazing.
there again.
That's ridiculous. But what I was gonna say, speaking of inspiration, is that you can see that Tarantino straight
Yeah.
stole
Yeah,
shit
shit,
from
man.
this movie. Like
Oh, obviously.
he wears his inspiration so hard on his sleeve when you see this film. The opening credits are the exact same as the opening as Django.
The end credits,
music,
too.
Yeah, the end credits, the music's the same.
The way they introduce the characters, every one of them, is
Yeah,
the logos
yeah,
from a
it
freeze
stops.
frame.
Dude, I
which
loved
I loved
that.
That was
yeah.
awesome.
See, I think the thing with Tarantino is that he's at such another level that it doesn't feel like copying. It's just he wanted to make a Western of that time,
Right,
just more
right.
modern and more violent, obviously. But so he had to have all of those elements that are present in
Yeah.
so many of them.
I'm not taking away from anything. I think
Yeah.
he just knows what's badass.
Yeah,
No, I'm just making a comment that normally it would seem copycatish, whereas
Right.
he just wanted to put you in that element so hard that he had to almost rip off.
Yeah, even the music's very in Kill Bill is really similar to the music in this.
Yeah.
The music in Kill Bill.
Yeah.
Oh, you mean dum 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 that one? That song?
Yeah, that
Oh.
ended up being the Sprint theme song for a while too.
Also,
Remember that.
one thing that Tarantino takes is that a lot of the movie I feel like is super dialogue driven. Like Tarantino, they both do the really long shots and the really long scenes that are like they're kind of slow paced, but the dialogue kind of sucks you in the whole time. It's just them talking for a long
it's a
ass
3-hour movie, and again, I watched it. I watched the first hour, and then I had to come back and watch the other 2 hours. So I mean, I really can't say that it didn't feel too long, but there was never a scene where I felt getting bored with it, or I didn't feel like it was a part of the story or driving something forward.
Yeah.
I thought everything that was in it was okay. I didn't think anything was really filler. I thought it was all just driving the story forward.
Yeah, which is crazy because the plot's so simple.
Yeah, it's really not a crazy plot, but at the same time, they're touching on so many different issues at the time. Also, they're just telling you even more. I mean, all of these characters are super developed just in this movie alone.
Yeah, I didn't expect the Civil War stuff at all.
Yeah.
I didn't expect any of that. But you can tell just with the first shot of Clint Eastwood when he's introduced that you're about to see something amazing. You're like,
Oh,
okay,
yeah.
I'm about to.
Oh, I loved it. I loved the intros of all of them. I thought that was super dope. And it was so far down into the movie, too, where you would think they'd be stopped, but they would be like, they'd show the whole thing, and it's the bad. Then they show, or they show the quick scene of the ugly, then it's a little bit more, and you get the bad.
Yeah.
And then it's forever before they hit the good with Clint, so.
Yeah, no one's ever. Also, I was thinking no one's ever done stuff like that because you gotta think this was 1966. That's really stylized now. What he did in the, that's like.
Yeah.
It held up even till 2019. The
Yeah.
introducing those characters like that.
Yeah.
It's such a. What a cool way to show characters and then not even say their names.
Yeah. Oh yeah, you never know any of their names.
Well, you know their names.
You do? The three?
Yeah.
They all have names in which they address each other. You don't.
Blondie.
None of them really
Oh,
have
that's what
like.
I mean. Their actual like.
Well,
they don't
Tuco's actual name
Yeah. I would think.
is Tuco Rodriguez.
I would think. Oh, and here's dude, and Clint Eastwood, he's so, like, the way he looks in this movie is so modern. Like, his...
Oh, his beautiful
his
hair
haircut
and his
stuff, he literally looks like a dude in a coffee shop if you went downtown
beard.
right now.
Okay, yeah, I mean, yes, compared to the rest of the characters, he does. I'd still say he fit into this time period, though. I
Yeah,
don't think
yeah.
they made him too pretty to be.
Yeah.
I think it was still in the realm of this world.
It's just weird that even now we're still, like, copying those haircuts and stuff.
But it's also just really, again, it's so immersive that everyone else looks so bad. That if you were just decent looking, you're gonna stand out.
Which reminds me, dude, one thing I was super impressed by was the makeup. When people looked fucked up, like when they looked really dry, their lips were all fucked up.
the lips, man. Oh my god.
I think they went a touch too far when Clint Eastwood or Blondie had to walk through the desert. Right when he was like, when the cart and everything comes up, I'm like, that's a little too much.
He looked fucked.
Like, because I mean, how long are we believing that he walked?
They also don't say that, but I'm imagining it was a super long time because he just ride on the horse drinking water. You know, the dude's like. Yeah,
I'm sure it's a long time, but I felt like it didn't imply that it was more than a day.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, I think it was all on the same day.
It never really implied that it was more than a day.
Yeah.
See, Tuco's chapped lips, I wrote down. I was like, bam, them chapped ass lips.
Like,
and I loved
70
it.
miles.
Yeah, I was cool with that because it worked really well. I thought they went a little too far
they
on
did.
that one, but the rest of it, yeah.
Did Did any of you guys watching this feel like we're thinking like this is kind of like the Western Godfather? Because that's what I was thinking like the whole time. Like it's not necessarily the same tone, I wouldn't say, but it just feels like it's this grand like I don't know if to say period piece, but like it's this grand like epic, but it's like of a certain like of a certain theme of like a certain theme, you know.
Well,
I'd say you'd have to put it up there for the argument of that type of movie.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
Of a
yeah.
genre.
It's 3 hours.
One of the only other westerns I've seen, but I feel like most people would put it up there is Tombstone.
Or Django.
Well, oddly enough, this movie reminded me of Star Wars a lot. I don't know why, but
That was only because they were walking through sand dunes.
But
At the
no,
very beginning.
like to me, Star Wars is kind of like I felt like it was inspired from this movie, and I felt like Star Wars was kind of like an epic like this, but they were like the idea, like a pitch would be for Star Wars, like it's gonna be like the good, the bad, the ugly, except in space.
I mean, I can kind of see where you're coming from, but I don't fully, not enough to say that's the other way it makes sense.
It kind of, I don't know. It just, for some reason, it came to my head. But talking about lips, quick chapstick facts.
Oh yeah, quick chapstick. Yeah.
You can say how it was invented here.
Our
This is one of our
manager,
new segments.
oh, yeah, our manager Sarah informed us that the person who invented chapstick is from Lynchburg, Virginia, which is where we're from.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You knew that?
Mm-hmm.
That's what we got.
You're like, that's my father.
We got chapstick.
It's my
Granddad. I'm a lipstick mogul. You guys just didn't know it.
And quite frankly, I'm over talking about it.
Yeah. I don't want to say any more about it. On to my next note. The bad has a strong pimp hand.
Oh, he does.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Oh, here we go.
Yeah,
No,
talk
here we
about
go.
it. Talk about what Collin. You know what Collin said?
No,
Oh,
no.
God.
He's gonna twist what I said
Yikes.
immediately. God damn it.
Yikes.
No.
I was
Here's-
just trying to make a joke.
No,
This is gonna get
before
real
anyone
dark.
says anything, no, don't twist my words. That's what I said. I said that in most movies, the person who gets tortured, they always take a while to get the info. They're like really fucked up, almost always. Like the dude later in the movie, he gets like the dude puncturing his eyes. This girl, it's like it was like 4 slaps, then she just told everybody. That's all I'm saying.
So
I
let me
wasn't
just
saying-
get this straight.
If anything, it's a good thing because
You want
he was
the
gonna get
woman
it anyway.
to get beaten
no,
more.
No. I was saying I wasn't expecting.
You would
it.
have liked to see a couple more hits before she gave in.
No, I wasn't expecting
Real
it.
sick shit
He
before
thought
she
she
gave up
buckled
the
too
information.
quickly.
I didn't think that she buckled. If anything, it was smart.
Some S&M, if you
He
will.
was gonna get the info either way. So if anything,
Yeah.
what she did was smart.
He's
I was just saying that I didn't expect that.
He's seen
That's
worse
all
on
I'm saying.
Pornhub.
Oh, I'm
That's all
glad.
saying.
I'm glad that you
Oh my God.
just glossed over calling the woman smart. I was just trying to say she was smart.
No.
Like,
You guys just twist everything that I say.
oh man, what an idiot!
That's
Why would
fine.
you even bring that up?
He brought it up. I didn't bring it
Stupid
up.
idiot.
God damn it.
I
feel like
said
that might be
John
pushed
Wick
over.
3 with the changing of the gun parts.
I've
when
never
he's in
seen
the
John
store.
Wick 3. I haven't
Oh,
seen it.
there's definitely an homage to this when Tuco's in the gun store and he
Oh.
lays out his 3 like best guns.
Right.
And he just takes like the barrel from one and like the part where you put the bullets on is a revolving chamber.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And he like puts together what works the best and he does that little click thing.
Yeah, yeah.
That's scene for scene one of the parts. of
Oh,
John
really?
Wick. Yeah.
Did you know that scene was completely improvised by him? Because he said he didn't know anything about guns, and so the director just said, "Do whatever you want to do." And so it's all that whole scene.
Oh,
he just
really?
improvised all of it. Yeah.
That's amazing because
Damn.
that leads the viewer to believe that he has this much like crazy
Yeah.
back like
Yeah.
knowledge of guns to put
Yeah.
the perfect ones together and
just
create a new gun. No, he's just fucking
He's
just bullshitting.
But it's so believable.
It made me think of Kill Bill when she goes to Hattori Hanzo and he's making the sword for her or whatever. That was kind of what the scene was making me think about.
Yeah, but she doesn't rob
Yeah.
Tori.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Also, that dude had to have seen that coming a mile away. Like, you own a gun store in the West.
Oh, yeah.
Don't give them the bullets or the gun until they've given you money.
That was really dumb.
Also, why do you not have a gun on you? You own a gun store in the Wild West.
I guess he thought he could just like take 3 steps to the right and he'd have one. But I don't. Yeah, I mean, no, he was an idiot. That's for sure.
Yeah.
But I thought this movie had secret, very comedic tones.
Oh, for sure.
Underneath it.
There's plenty of funny moments in it.
Like we were saying when we were watching it, we were saying it was almost like watching the Three Stooges in the Wild Wild West.
Yeah,
sometimes
when they're prisoners of war, like they're like
yeah.
they're like, we're the Confederates, yeah, and then they just take them. They're like, they end up being the dudes covered in the white stuff.
Yeah.
They just brush it off and they
See,
just.
I felt like that was
prisoners.
just more clever. Like
It
Three
was-
Stooges is still hilarious, but
Oh.
that's more just slapstick. Where
Right.
these, where I feel like the jokes here were either clever or fit with the character really well.
Yeah.
Or was just a moment where it could be a laugh, or some people could just be, again, it just fits with the character.
Yeah. No, I
It
agree.
all felt very natural.
Yeah. Except, and I started kind of getting annoyed in the beginning because some things happen that are very convenient. I hate convenience in movies. It's like my biggest pet peeve.
See,
in
I was
movies.
looking for that type. Well,
And-
but those are almost, again, it's just such a grand scale that this movie was on
yeah.
that normally I am the same way. Like, I want to find,
That's why I hate Harry Potter.
why did this guy just hop from here to here to here and happen to be in the right place?
Yeah, and then
Whereas these characters just felt so grand that
Right.
you were okay with a cannonball coming through and
smashing the
magically Blondie's
Yeah.
gone,
Yeah.
shit like that. I was actually okay with it in this movie.
Yeah, no, I ended up like adapting to it later on, but in the beginning, I hadn't fully like sat in and have been like, okay, it's just like it's part of the epic. I did later on, but that part I was like, oh, we're on some touchy ground right now.
Yeah, there was definitely he definitely should have been dead. And again, I mean, Tuco's making him walk through the desert. Obviously, he wants his own little version of revenge, but he could have killed him so many times.
Yeah.
There's a lot of moments in this movie where one of them could have killed the other so many times.
Yeah.
I mean, you gotta think also this is like they're the ones that set the cliches, you know. It wasn't like this is like the go by Western. It's like they weren't like just building on these like onto these like cliches in movies. It was like,
Yeah.
this is like the OG Western. Like this is like widely considered to be the best one ever. So
Yeah. One of my favorite scenes of the whole thing was when the band's playing music as the dude's getting beat.
oh yeah,
and
Mhm.
tortured.
that was rough.
Loved how it's cutting back and forth to the music.
See, and another thing I love about this movie is I can't tell you how much Red Letter Meteor I've started to watch. I've watched a lot.
They're amazing.
A lot.
They're so good.
Too much over the past probably 2 weeks. Hours and hours.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Beautiful.
So I've started to look for these. Like I'm picking out plot holes a lot more, and I'm looking for. All right, we got to answer this question if there's something like this. And this movie, every time, there's a couple times, but almost every time where I was like, oh, I'm gonna get them. Like they didn't answer this,
Oh,
they'd be
yeah.
like, they got me.
Yeah.
They'd answer the question for me, and
Uh-huh.
it wouldn't. It was just really well done.
It's
how they
rock
set everything
solid.
up, man.
So now you've been what's the word?
And we only have 4 minutes.
Part
left.
of the
Oh, we don't have 4 minutes. You're wrong.
you've been conformed. You're now part of the you've been initiated. You're just completely transformed. You got your watching Red Letter Media videos.
Oh, I'm
Quoting
I'm
Big Fat
nothing-
Liar.
I'm nothing like you two. Another fun scene. We should just talking about funny scenes. I loved when Tuco is trying to convince Blondie that he's gonna die, so he might as well tell him the
yeah.
secret.
Yeah.
He's like, I would do it for you.
Yeah.
And he's doing this number, like
what?
trying to fake cry and shit. I thought that was hilarious.
Yeah, he literally looks up like a little boy.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah, it's so. But again, it like in another movie that would feel over the top. It's like, why are you making him like
Yeah.
a boy? But again, this character, you just feel that that's what he
it
would
worked.
do.
Yeah.
he's
I
kind
thought
of
it
an
worked.
idiot. They make him out to be a kind
Another
of idiot.
thing pointed out, I had to rewind it just to make sure there wasn't a fly on my TV.
Yes, yeah,
But-
I know what scene you're talking about.
But like again, right when it's
Yeah.
Blondie and Blondie's, it's like they're just about to
Yeah.
cut to another scene and he's like laying back down and there's a fly on his pillow, a big
Yeah.
ass fly.
Yep.
And then I started noticing there's so many goddamn flies in this
Yeah,
movie.
there's flies everywhere.
But honestly, the more flies there were, the more I was okay with it. Because I was like, again, this is just so fucking immersive that there's, I
Yeah.
mean, literally, there's parts where Tuco has to deliver his lines while swatting flies at him.
I was just overtaken by the
By,
fly.
by the end of the movie, I wanted to get a pet fly.
By the end of it, I wish I was a fly.
You haven't thought of the flies!
Goddamn bitch.
But yeah, so like I said, everything, so many things in this movie work.
I can't tell if you liked this movie.
The huge landscapes. I
great.
love the long shots of just showing you that they are just out there in the fucking desert.
Yeah,
alone.
they really were there. There's no question.
All right, well let's go. There's a couple of problems I had with it
Oh, okay.
that might again be solved by the other movies.
Mine was the
how
convenience. That was it.
how did Angel Eyes become a high-ranking officer in the Union Army?
Yeah, that was weird. I don't know.
Again, that might be explained. He might have just been bounty hunting on the side and went back to the army. And maybe that happened in the other movies. I don't know.
Yeah.
But that scene, I was like, how is he just... How much time has passed?
Yeah. it felt like you missed something.
Yeah.
Like he just shows up in the blue, and you're like,
Yeah.
something.
Well, again, it'd be different. And again, it'd be different if he was just like a soldier there. That I could believe. Maybe he did the same thing they did. Found some coats, went in there. But he's got like 3 fucking patches on there. He's pretty high up.
Yeah.
For some reason I questioned that. It was kind of weird at first, but like, I just assumed that he was like mainly a soldier, but he like also somehow found out about the gold, and he just started doing the bounty hunting thing like on the side. Like,
Yeah.
that was what I thought happened.
Oh, that's the only way you can think of it, unless it's the other movie explains it. Because if not, it doesn't make any sense.
Yeah.
Also, where does he keep getting these fucking cigars from? Is all of his pockets used for tobacco and leaves? Because he always has a cigar. He's changed his outfits. Still has cigars.
And that's how frickin' Tuco or whatever finds them, is from his cigars.
Yeah, that's how many cigars he has. In the Wild West, where, he must come across the town every 60 days. Yeah. But when he goes into town, he buys a bag of tobacco this big and fucking 500 papers to roll them with.
Or he can invent it himself. He's like an alchemist.
And honestly, I think those are my only 2 problems with the movie.
He's just crafting them.
Dude, this has the most satisfying climax ever. Like, usually the climax of the movie, a lot of the times the climax of the movie is like my least favorite part. It's the third act. For some reason or another, it's just kind of like, all right, we need to get through this.
Well, yeah, because usually it's you hit the climax and it's just normal resolution, whereas this resolution was like curveball, curveball.
Yeah, and dude, like the whole rock thing. When he was like, I'm gonna write the name of the guy on this rock, and there was nobody.
Yeah, there's no one on the rock. That's great.
Yeah,
like,
that's a twist, and then the twist is Tuco never had a bullet anyway, so
Yeah.
what's he gonna do?
both
And
of
so
that.
he knew he was gonna shoot other dudes the whole time. And then he's like, Tuco's like, oh man, then he tells him to hang himself.
Yeah.
It's just like twist. A lot of twists here.
Yeah.
But he
Gotta keep up.
It's fucking awesome.
I've made 2 always references in about 5 minutes.
Yeah, I mean the ending is absolutely fucking amazing. It changed the movie for me. The climax changed it from really good to just absolutely amazing.
Yeah, we're gonna have to cut it because I could legit probably talk for 3 hours.
All right.
Did you watch this with anybody?
Huh?
Did you watch this with anybody?
Nah, Jason wanted to, but I finished it up too late.
All right, but before we get into ratings,
Yeah, so
let's do an ad break
Oh, okay.
for reads. We have an ad. A new company. I think Bosses also dropped us again.
Again?
Yeah.
That was like one of our first returning ones.
I know, but I got a new one.
I'm
You
just
can't
writing
keep these guys.
Gotta email some guys while you guys
Oh, God.
do yours.
All right. And there's make sure to scroll down to tell them the promo code, Colin.
Oh, okay. All right.
Because there's a promo code at the bottom.
Yeah.
And they'll be pissed if you don't do
I
that.
can't miss out on that. All right. Okay.
Check.
Check.
And we're back. No?
This episode of the House of Rouse is brought to you by...
Oh, no.
Alright, so you may have been wondering who's typing this. Well, just because I'm blind doesn't mean I'm incapable of doing normal things, you blindest piece of shit. They make computers in Braille. Me and my blind brother... This is the ad read?
Yeah.
Me and my blind brother, Rusty Poonsnatch, We're both blinded in a terrible house fire trying to save our parents. Both forgetting my only daughter was sleeping on the second floor. And even then, when the firemen finally got into the room to see the horrific scene of burnt baby flesh, they said the blinds of the window were still in perfect condition. God, they're really dedicated. My brother, Rusty Poonsnatch, told me it must be a sign from God, because as you know, all things happen for a reason. So that's when we hatched the idea to open our own business. Two blind guys putting up blinds. We got blinds, screws, and at good prices. And 50% of profits go to my therapy sessions dealing with the horrible, horrible guilt of my burnt up baby girl. Please call me and my brother. That's again, Rusty Poonsnatch. I don't know what the number is, but our website is... I'm sorry. BetsySoSoSorry.net. What? Betsy, I'm so sorry. Oh, I'm going to read it again. www.I'mSorryBetsyI'mSoSorry.net. .net. Promo code THOR BLINDBLINDS 16794269 1472121212100086 564321. Oh, Mickey, so if son of a blow my I can't even read this. Blow my mind 6673. God damn it. 45309 Guilt Fire. Let me read that again real quick.
One more time. That's Thor Blind Blinds 167942679147212121008654321. Oh my Mickey O in Housey Rousey Bounce. Blow my mind 667-342-45309-1876 Guilt Fire.
I find it very strange that I don't know. Why is his brother's name is Rusty Poons? That's so strange. I feel bad for the guy. Though. He's had a rough. He's had a rough go of it.
I think it says on the promo code, "Oh Mickey, you so fine, you blow my mind."
Oh, okay. I see. I was having. The guy's blind. It's hard to read it. What he
yeah, no, I don't know. But
I didn't know they had Braille computers. That's insane.
I guess just hire them so he can go to therapy.
What are you doing down there?
Just hire
Thinking
him.
of gold.
Just hire them so you can so he can get the therapy about his burnt up daughter. That sounds horrific.
That's awful. But my blinds need some work. You know. I need some new blinds.
Rusty Poonsnatch and his brother. They never even said his name.
The original, the guy who typed it?
Yeah.
Well, there was Ricky.
Ricky Poonsnatch?
Poonsnatch. That could be it. I don't know. His name is Betsy.
What happened?
So there's two...
Rusty Poonsnatch burnt down his house.
There was a house fire, and they saved their parents, but they forgot that their daughter was there in their house.
Mm.
And so their daughter burnt alive in the house, but the blinds were in perfect condition. So they decided to open up a blind company where they put up blinds. They're both blind. They lost their sight in the house fire. And they were using 50% of the profits to pay for their therapy sessions.
Dude, that's a movie. That's a movie.
It's some real sick shit. I would hate to talk to the person that wrote that.
Directed by Larry David.
I guess you have to talk to Poonsnatch.
Who's?
And we're back!
And we're back for the ratings. Alright, I guess I'll go first. We can go down the line if you want. I give this movie an 89%.
Too low.
Damn. Holy
Sorry,
shit.
dog.
I give it an 89.
That's too low, dog!
I loved it. I thought it was amazing.
That's too low,
God,
dog.
I did not expect you to like this movie this much.
That's too low, dog.
That's crazy.
That's stupid.
I gave it an 89.
Sorry.
So.
That's dumb. Why? Don't read this.
It's just the ad read, dude. They sent it in already, right?
I'm typing to them.
What do you type?
I type dirty things to get them to send me things.
Hey, I do the same thing.
That's
dude.
the only way they write
Yeah.
back. I send incredibly vulgar messages.
I usually film mine.
Will you say what your rating is?
Yeah, what is your...
Oh, is it me? All right.
Yeah.
10, dude.
I give it a 9 out of 10.
About the same?
9 out of 10.
Okay.
Oh, it's A+.
Damn. Is this the best movie we reviewed?
Yes. Damn.
Better than 8 Mile.
Is this better than Big Fat Liar?
Nah, not even close.
You're right.
You're right.
Close. Big Fat Liar is
Big Fat
far
Liar.
superior.
Yeah, no, dude, I fucking loved this.
That's
movie.
crazy. I thought you would like it, but I didn't expect this to be like one of your favorite movies ever. That's
Yeah, dude,
so
it's
funny.
up there now. I don't know if it's top 10, but it's right. It's
That's
right
crazy.
around there if it ain't.
Before this, Hang 'em High was my favorite Clint Eastwood Western. And then this might, I think, topped it. But I have to go
Now
back
I
and
gotta watch
rewatch
the
it.
other ones. Fistful of Dollars.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I got to.
Yeah, crazy.
Well, wowza. Wowie wow wow. And let's go to
Transition song, right?
the transition song because it's time for the top 5 of the episode.
This is about to get rough.
Yeah.
This is the transition song. Transition song. Transition song.
So Collin chose top 5 athletes.
Are we gonna go ahead and get past the one point that we're
It's
gonna have
top
to get
5
past?
male athletes.
No, it was not. No, it was not. It's top 5
It's
athletes
top
of all
5.
time.
It's supposed to have been implied.
No, you tell me
Jesus.
why.
Why was implied?
Yeah, why was it implied? When you sent out originally, you said we were gonna do top 5 athletes,
Right.
and then this morning you what
All
I
right,
thought
so- all right,
what I thought was a joke. You sent they have to be male.
I said they have, no, it's male. I didn't say they have to be male. It's the male only. Listen, okay.
Oh, male only. So
All right, no,
different from
let's-
have to
no,
be
listen,
male.
it's
Might
not-
be even worse.
You guys make it so. No, okay, listen. Do you guys believe in statistics? And biology and science? Because statistically speaking, men hold the world record in every single sport. Okay? Every goddamn sport.
But that doesn't mean
What does that imply? That men are better athletes than
So
women.
how are you going to tell us
So
we
I can't judge men against women because it's different.
But
It sounds like you judge them all the time.
I have to put them on a different scale. I'm not going to say
Oh, so not equal.
that. No. Oh my god.
So there's a tier
Oh my
system
God,
that you
no.
have, is what you're saying.
Yeah, because the women can't be slapped as much as the men because they buckle too quick
Yes.
and give away information.
So puberty in women is the same as men, right? So women do hold the records. Is what you're saying? It's not true.
I like how you're coming off like, I'm saying facts.
I am. I'm literally. And that's literally what I'm saying.
But
It's
I still
facts.
sound like an asshole.
Factually, it is true.
All right, well, who goes first, me or Hunter?
I'm saying that we
man.
should pitch.
Is he
You go
last?
first? Yeah.
Pitch
Oh,
women
yikes.
against. This dude. This is gonna take an hour because I'm gonna yell at both you guys.
Well, let's go ahead and get into it.
God damn
Who do you- I think
I'm trying to finish typing out vulgar things to get an ad.
Oh,
sometime.
right. So you want me to go first?
That'd be great.
Okay. All right. Well, I'll go first. That's how, I'm actually happy to go first this time, so I can get it out of the way. Yeah. All right. So this is my top 5 athletes to ever live.
Okay.
As Collin types in facts about tennis players.
I'm not doing that. I'm not. Why are you reading my notes? That's my number 5, dude.
Number 5 is Serena Williams.
That's stupid because there's a lot of male tennis players that are far superior to her. But anyways,
Oh, dude,
let's
I
go
don't
ahead.
know, man. Like,
No,
that's-
dude.
Serena-
No, John McEnroe said he
Oh, I
put
guess I
$1
can't voice
$1
my
million
opinion.
dollars
I guess I
if
can't
Serena
voice- I
could
guess
win
I-
a single set against
guess-
him, and she refused
I guess
to
I
do
can't voice my opinion on my own top 5, huh?
it. No, say it. I'm just gonna get mad. Just keep going.
Serena Williams is one of the most dominant athletes to ever exist.
For women.
She has dominated for the last how many decades?
Against women.
So who cares? Okay, men have only dominated against men.
Exactly. But they've done it better because men are better athletes.
Okay, yeah,
The
sure.
end.
Are better.
Serena
I
Williams.
know I said athletes.
I have Serena Williams is a pound for pound greatest tennis player.
You
Well,
go
yeah, we only did
against
one.
women?
We did only one person per sport, so you can't just load up your sports. Because Collin would just have only male wrestlers if it was that.
It's the truth.
So number 5 for the greatest athlete of all time is Serena Williams.
Against women, she's number 1.
Number 4, Randy Couture.
What?
No.
That is the stupidest fucking thing you have ever said. You are a fucking idiot. You're a fucking moron. Dude. Out of all the goddamn fighters, you pick Randy fucking Couture, one of the most least athletically gifted fighters in the UFC. Oh my god, just go ahead. Say what you gotta say.
Randy Couture
Fucking damn it, dude.
successfully competed in wrestling for his young adulthood, then went into UFC in his mid-30s.
I shouldn't say least athletically gifted, but still.
Became a champion about 3 different times in 2 different weight classes, and didn't even retire until he was near 50 years old. There's no other MMA fighter who's been as successful for that amount of time, for that age, that he has.
Aren't you? You're not gonna get on this.
So I have Randy
I don't
Couture
care about
as number
that
4.
one, man, dude. Like, I don't know enough about UFC to argue it. Obviously, I would probably say if you're gonna put a UFC fighter, probably put GSP.
There's only one you can. There's literally only one that you can put.
Number 3, Tony Hawk.
I did not think about that, but that's still stupid.
Tony Hawk is my 3rd greatest athlete.
Wow.
I didn't even think
That
about
what
it.
I think is dumb.
Yeah, I wouldn't even really say that's hardly a sport. I feel like
Oh, that's stupid as shit.
it takes
to
a
say.
ton of skill, an
That's
ass
dumb
load
as
of
crap.
skill.
That is one of the sportiest sports ever, and it's in the,
So sporty.
it is.
It's one
And
of the
it just
sportiest
and
sports.
it's going to be in the Olympics. This Olympics coming up. So
Yeah, and wrestling isn't.
You know what else?
Yeah.
It is.
Is it back in there again?
Yeah, it's in there.
Well, they took it out for a while.
yeah,
Yeah.
but skateboarding is going to be in the
Russia.
Olympics, which is the sports event, the one. That is the sports
And
event.
it just got in it right now, even though wrestling. And
Well,
pankration-
wrestling's been around for thousands of years.
Pankration.
Skateboarding really didn't get popular until about
Pankration,
Right.
pankration and wrestling have been since the very
But
first
Tony
place.
Hawk.
I'm still not agreeing with this, but
What he did in the X Games, how dominant he was,
Greatest athlete.
and how hard skateboarding is. Out of all these sports I've done, skateboarding is the hardest sport.
This is almost dumber than Tiger Woods being in top 5. This is, oh my god.
Tony Hawk is a mastermind.
You're gonna be in the
That's
middle?
because Collin's retarded.
You're gonna be in the middle of this argument?
So number 3 is Tony Hawk. Just go watch compilations of what he's done in the X Games. It's unbelievable.
I watched
He's
Tony
great-
Hawk
he's great.
my entire life coming up. There's
Insane what he did.
I was
Insane.
the biggest fan of all of his games.
Oh, yeah.
I watched everything he did, but that's still. I mean, if you're gonna put him in there, it's 5 at the most.
I got him as 3.
I can't believe that you argued for Serena Williams and you put a
Yeah,
skateboarder
how?
over her.
I did.
I mean,
Dear
it still
God,
takes
dude.
so much heart. It's tough. Like, it's incredible. It's a lot of technique.
Skateboarding's harder than
It takes
tennis. Skateboarding's harder than
You might
tennis,
get
for
get
sure.
hurt more.
Oh, that's.
You can maybe argue the skill.
Skateboarding is way
So
harder
what
than
strength?
tennis.
How do you have to be strong? How do you have to have agility? How do you have to have power? How do you
Why
have
is
to
power?
have?
Why is power your whole thing? Is that because you eat a lot of beef?
He likes to dominate.
You don't know
Yeah.
the word power means. You have no idea what the word power means.
You don't even know power.
Power is different than strength.
where's
it has
your-
nothing to do with anything.
Where's your
It's fucking
degrees
retarded.
on all of this? Where's your?
So I
All
gotta
right.
have a degree.
Yeah,
you
just-
want to talk about degrees on air right now? Because we can really get into that. I'll get really mean. I'm
Oh,
about
man.
to get really mean.
Jesus, dude.
Yeah. What is this
Calm
problem?
down.
Oh god.
He
I'm
wasn't
so
even
mad.
this mad when he completely didn't give a shit about his list.
God.
All right, but
Alright,
seriously,
go
get
on,
on from
go
Tony
on.
Hawk. It's just I'm not gonna wrap my mind around it. So just move on to the next.
Tony Hawk's number 3.
Nuts.
Number 2, Muhammad Ali.
That's not even the best athlete boxer. God damn it. All right,
Muhammad Ali.
You're not gonna like my list then.
Muhammad Ali changed the whole sport of boxing and did it for a cause. He really didn't give in to like any pressures of fame and fortune or any of that crap. And just his highlights alone, of like making statements and just taking over everything by storm. I mean, he was the if you even watch the crowds when he fights, they are going more nuts than frickin' Khabib after he beat Conor McGregor. It's insane.
Oh yeah, you're talking about the most famous people in the world who wanted to meet him.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
And there's a reason for that. So yeah, I think he's one of the most skilled athletes ever. His speed. Talk about speed, agility, and power. If you want to discuss those.
Not so much on the power, but whatever.
He also had to. He actually. It's different from like Floyd Mayweather, who avoids every fucking
Yeah.
fight. Like Ali fought the best.
No, but yeah, he did. Well, no, Floyd fought the best he could fight. Floyd has an incredible record, but
Yeah, he has a incredible right, but in much of his later, those back half of his fights, those numbers start to diminish, or he'll wait to fight the great fighters until they're not as good fighters.
Yeah, but also the thing is, Ali wasn't like so Ali has a lot of knockouts, but his knockouts aren't like first round, early fights. What he would do is he would get everybody exhausted first with rope-a-dope, which literally came from him, and then once they were gassed, he would knock them out because they couldn't keep their hands up anymore.
It's just smart.
So he didn't really have like he didn't have like knockout power necessarily. It was like once they're so dead tired, he could finish them. That's what he did.
And number 1, Bo Jackson.
Oh God damn it!
2,
That's what. I fucking hate both of you.
to
so much.
dominate football,
Football,
and
one of the
baseball.
easiest sports in existence.
What?
Fuck you guys,
One
man.
of the easiest
That's
sports
the
in
dumbest
existence?
thing I've
If
ever.
we're not
You have to do athletic things while getting hit.
Dude, football is extremely complex and hard sport, especially to do what Bo Jackson did, to take over football and to take over
You
baseball.
didn't have a single wrestler
take over-
on your list.
Oh, man,
To
you're gonna
take
hate mine
over-
again, then.
to take over both of those sports, to be the only person
Oh, my Lord.
to be the only person to take over 2 different professional sports.
Well, he wasn't the only one, but
For
Yeah, he's not even the greatest crossover athlete. I actually looked this up in preparation for this argument.
But Bo Jackson was like during the time
Hall of
when he
Fame
was-
skill at both.
Yeah, and doing. I mean, you can just hear the commentators if you go back and watch. They can't even believe what they're watching when they see him, and they're all just like laughing in amazement. Literally, he just has people laughing like, Jesus Christ.
Shaking the whole.
I just
goddamn
can't
room.
believe that you don't have a single wrestler. Like,
Wrestling's not that hard.
I'm not even gonna fall for that one.
Yeah,
But,
I want to see them throw something. Can they throw something
funny?
accurately?
Skateboarding.
Probably not.
Skateboarding is 10 times harder than wrestling. 10 times harder.
You're an idiot if you actually believe that.
You've never skateboarded ever,
Dude,
You've never.
I've skateboarded.
you've
I
never
skateboarded when I was for 2 years. What are you talking
Oh
about?
yeah, you did that ollie once.
I said the same as you can do. Like an ollie a stick. It's really
so
sweet.
much tension. I love it.
I
And
know.
I'm not even in it. Most of the time, I'm the one who's pissed off.
You just see me ollie a 2-board?
So bad. Holy shit. Well, it's not going to get any better on my list.
Yeah, oh, yeah, let me
top
run-
5. Yeah,
It
run
Let
can't
me
be
run through
worse
mine
than
real
that.
quick.
There's no way it's worse than that.
Oh, it's not worse than next.
Let me run through mine real quick. Number 5, Serena Williams. Number 4, Randy Couture. Number 3, Tony Hawk. Number 2, Muhammad Ali.
God damn it.
Number 1, Bo Jackson.
So much worse than I thought
Colin's
it was gonna
literally
be.
beating himself over the head with a book.
Beating himself in the head.
That's on
so
camera.
bad.
That's gonna be
Oh,
public for
God.
everyone to see.
It's-
Oh, just run that shit for
Yeah,
10
just
minutes.
super-
Just
cut
watching
it.
Colin beat himself with a book.
You know, I had this written down in my notes. I wrote down we were gonna do a top 5. I wrote down we're gonna do top 5 dumbest things Evan has said, but I erased it. I was like, I'm not gonna ever use this. I'm bringing it back. Eventually, we're gonna do top 5 dumbest things Evan has said on the show.
I mean, there's plenty of material.
And we're gonna do top 5 times Colin got genuinely angry and made everything uncomfortable.
All right, it's like twice. It's like twice.
Oh, I don't feel comfortable. I love every bit
That's
of
twice.
this. I'm eating it up. All right.
You're like ready to go though, cause
Oh, yeah, I'm cool.
There's no way that's gonna be worse than that.
I'm alright with it. Yeah, I'm cool.
It's like I came to bed now.
No, you're not gonna get.
Should we go to an ad?
Everyone I have here is dominant.
Should we go to an
yeah,
ad to
sure.
cool this down?
All right, he's got a. He's
You
got
mean
a,
to- you mean
is
to
he
cool
reading one?
you mean to cool you down?
I think I just got an email
We
back.
gotta lighten the mood. God damn it.
I sent a lot of dirty emails. They did email me back. It's not a long ad, but that's what I got. It's this or nothing.
I understand. Oh, okay. Let me read
Yeah,
this.
you got this one, buddy.
I hope it's very insulting.
Not really. Alright, what you got for us?
This episode of the House of Rouse is brought to you by...
Gonna set your house on fire.
you say his hope is salty?
So it's very insulting.
Oh,
Insulting.
see, Colin's still mad.
He's gonna be mad.
Jesus,
for the
do we need to
entire
go
night.
outside
Yeah,
for a
I'm
second?
mad.
All right. Rick, we're also sponsored tonight by Ricky's House Fire.
What?
Come on down, Ricky Poonsnatch is the name. You know what? What? What a turn of events!
How do you know
What a turn of events! You know what I'm good at? Burning houses. His brother did it. Like real good at it.
Oh my god.
You got a house you want to burn? You want burnt? I'll burn it. Burn, 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 Bernie, burn, burn. I'll do it to my family. I've done it. No, I haven't, but I will. I did. Ricky's House Fires. You live in it? Guess what? I'll burn it. I'll burn it.
Yeah. So probably not the best people to be sponsored by, but you know, I got something.
I think it says promo code Fuck Betsy. That's That's ridiculous,
That's
man.
Let's say burn Betsy.
Oh,
Oh Jesus
Someone
Christ!
could burn Betsy. It's alliteration.
Oh my God!
it's very odd.
What a plot twist!
Yeah, who saw that coming?
Yeah, that's crazy.
That's like the end of Good, Bad, and the Ugly.
It's almost like somebody didn't show up with something they should have had, and then just made an amazing joke off of something that they heard.
Dude, how? Yeah, that was odd.
My top 5. We're back.
We're back. Hey, we're back.
And way over time.
Yep.
All right, number 5.
We're gonna have no time for Collins.
I'm gonna need
list.
15 minutes at least.
He's gonna be so mad. Number 5, Ali. Again, for all the reasons we pointed out, and I feel like for him more than anyone else is just cultural icon status. And I know that's not really what this list is about, because you can really boil it down more to pure physical athlete or pure dominance or things like that. But I feel like he has to be in there. Just again, pure cultural impact. Since he touched on it, I will keep on rolling just to maybe try and save some amount of time.
All right.
Number 4, I got MJ, Michael Jordan.
Nah,
Incredibly dominant. Another 2-sport athlete, not as good as baseball. He didn't make it
Wasn't
past
he
the
terrible?
minors. Yeah, he didn't make it past the minors.
Terrible, and like his
Yeah.
But still impressive. To be in the minors.
6 championships. He was literally so dominant at his sport that he bet money during the game. He'd bet money on shots, taking crazy shots.
That's crazy.
He looked dudes in the eyes and said, "I'm going to make this free throw with my eyes closed," and he'd do it. He was so fucking good at the sport that he literally just played around with everyone else.
That's crazy.
Incredibly dominant athlete. I feel like if you're going to talk about overall dominance of a sport, I mean, most basketball players can go out and figure out and play most sports because they have that unique mix of speed, agility, power, and that finesse that you need as far as the hand skills and eye coordination. So that's why I feel like you got to put MJ there.
Yeah.
I'm not mad about that.
Yeah.
That's a good one.
Number 3. This is a wild card here. Jim Thorpe.
What did he play again?
He played a lot of things. He was around like the 1920s.
Was he hockey? Is that what
He
did?
literally. Well, no, he was most known for.
I saw the name.
Well, again, he did football. He did he did football before it was a league, baseball before it was like an official league. Like they said that he did a little bit of basketball too.
Dang.
He's most known as an Olympic athlete, multiple-time gold winner. The man's literally just like a living legend. He competed in the pentathlon and the decathlon. Was great at all kinds of track and field. Literally. He was half Native American, so people at the Olympics, literally he had his shoes stolen.
Damn.
He went into the garbage, picked out 2 shoes, had to put on extra socks on one of them to even it out, and still won gold.
How is there not a movie about this?
The dude's a goddamn living legend. He competed in the pentathlon.
Well, now
or
he's
whatever.
a dead legend.
Yeah, he competed in the pentathlon, won 4 of the events straight out, got first in 4 of the events. The 5th event that he didn't get first in was the javelin. But he had never done javelin until that Olympics. He showed up.
Shit.
He showed up and here's the other thing. So when the first time he did javelin was at the Olympic trial for that year. He didn't know that you could get a running start with the javelin, and he threw the sumbitch flat-footed, and he got second.
Holy
outrageous.
guacamole.
So he went from never doing it to third best in the world.
Jesus Christ.
So
my
this
God.
man is literally, I feel like if you're talking about encompassing pure athleticism.
That's crazy.
He did all kinds of sports. He did
Yeah.
the decathlon at the Olympics, which is literally testing every way that you can of sports prowess.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Old Bruce Jenner.
Yep. He is literally a living legend. Was.
I didn't put a lot of people from that time, like, because there was a lot of people on the list I was looking at when I was going through, but I didn't put anyone from like that far back just because, like, I couldn't see. I didn't know the people they went against. Like, I didn't like. It was hard to like actually find stuff about them. I didn't know the talent pool they're going against.
Even still, I
hard
feel
to
like
figure out.
they're, especially with him, his dominance was. I mean, he held Olympic records. It was for like 2 or 3 decades.
Oh shit, that's crazy.
Like, so he set the standard for
holy
quite
shit.
some time.
That is nuts.
Yeah. So even if he's not against the best competition, he's literally going against future competitions and still is holding the record. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So yeah, you should look up more on him. Just an incredible person. Number 2 is Michael Phelps.
Yeah, I don't know.
Well,
if you're going
his
with
body
dominance,
is an absolute machine. Yeah, and if you're gonna go with the
You're
dominance,
dominance, yeah.
if you're gonna go with the dominance route.
Dude,
I mean,
he smokes weed though.
yeah, that makes me like him more.
if you're gonna go with just dominance and not like taking count a lot of other things, that's definitely doable. Definitely for sure.
I'd still say that. I'm not saying you can toss him into any sport; he's going to be fine. But his body is an absolute machine. Is it perfectly built for swimming? In that range of detail, yeah. But I feel like he could still go out and do pretty well in a lot of different activities.
Yeah.
Absolutely,
Probably,
most dominant Olympic athlete ever.
Yeah.
And as far as a cultural icon, I mean, for years, 4 years apart, we keep coming back. It's Michael Phelps time. It's ready to be. Fucking the entire country is fans of swimming. Like,
seriously.
like absolute dominance.
Yeah, for sure. Swimming's hard as shit too.
Yeah, he could be like he's definitely one of
Swimming's
the
hard.
dominant athletes ever.
Yeah. So that's him. And number 1 is the right number 1, Bo Jackson.
Yeah. Right.
Absolute freak of nature.
Yeah,
The
dude.
only argument he has against him is he just didn't do it for long enough, and that's because of injuries. And literally, he injured himself because he was too strong.
Dude,
He literally planted his foot during football and like ripped tissue from his bone because it shouldn't have gone that way, and he was so strong that he just kept going that way.
dude, have you seen him? He literally just like people are bouncing off of him.
Yeah,
Like,
dude.
when
Look up
he's
any
running.
highlight of Bo Jackson on either sport, and he's doing shit that even today people can't do.
Yeah, it's nuts.
Like
it really
even
is.
and then in baseball, like he's Hall of
Yeah.
Fame talent in both sports. Like he'll fucking get the ball at the wall and throw it to the catcher.
Dude,
No bounce.
He'd be bending over the wall to catch it and get it.
Oh, absolute just freak athlete. And again, I feel and see the thing that was brought up to me was he didn't do it for long enough. But then I was like, all right, well, Biggie only made 2 albums, but
Right. Yeah.
he's still the best. So,
I recognize that he's an incredible athlete. I was more just getting really mad at Evan because his whole list made me really mad. But I just don't. He's not gonna be in mine because I don't think football or baseball are like even in the top. They're at least not top 5 of the hardest sports. At least that's what I would say. That's why I wouldn't put.
Baseball.
I'd like to hear that list later of the 5
no.
sports that are that much tougher than
as
football.
far as skill, you could argue that, but as far as like the physical difficulty,
So let me let's run through it so we
couple.
can get through Collin just yelling at us.
Yeah.
Number 5, Ali. Number 4, MJ. Number 3, Jim Thorpe. Number 2, Michael Phelps. Number 1, Bo Jackson.
your list isn't that bad. It's actually the exact opposite of what I thought it was going to be.
What did you think I was going to have on there?
Well, I can't believe neither one of you had a single wrestler or an Evans MMA fighter. Like I don't even.
That's
that
gay.
Blows my mind. But anyways, let's get to our next ad. Before I go on this rant.
Oh, okay.
We got our next.
Well,
ad.
we only have 4 minutes left, so you better make it
It's
quick.
weird. Yeah, you guys can kiss my ass.
It's weird
Better
how
do some editing.
it's a very weird ad spacing out.
All right.
It's like 30 minutes, nothing, and then ad.
Yeah.
This is actually a this read they sent us is actually an upcoming film.
What?
They actually want to read us read the trailer, I think.
Oh,
So
Oh, jeez,
that's
Louise.
weird. You would think that they would send us this pre-recorded.
yeah,
and
I
I
don't know.
wouldn't have
What,
to.
send us a trailer
And
or
then
something?
something like that, and then I wouldn't have to attempt.
I don't know, dude.
A movie trailer voice. But it appears that I have to.
I guess they just thought you could do it.
All right, well.
This episode of the House of Rouse is brought to you by...
Listen, sir. We just simply can't keep the troops awake.
Listen here, boy. I've been at this game for quite some time. There's only one answer. It served us before in the first movie. It'll serve us again.
You can't mean.
I do.
Get me that Keurig.
In a world where a cup of Joe is a big cup of no, one Keurig doesn't play by the rules. Coming this summer to a theater near you, this Keurig is taking the kitchen back, and it won't be pretty. The suburban white girls have finally gone too far, and pumpkin spice lattes won't be the only thing they lose. So this summer, strap on your K-Cup bandoliers and rev up your percolators, because you're not gonna want to miss the blockbuster event. It's so hot, not even your French press will be able to surrender.
What the fuck is
Be
going
ready,
on?
watch your step, and don't miss Keurig 2, Rise of the Colombian. Use promo code Jimmy Eats for a free medium cup of coffee and trade for blend winter blend our media at your local cinema theater.
What the fuck just happened?
That was an excellent read. That was superb. Oh.
Okay.
Wow.
Yeah, they sent us that in.
So what's gonna happen in that movie?
Something about him.
I'm not sure what I just read. Somebody else took over my brain for a second, and then
Well, whoever
Stuff
it
came
was,
out.
they were beautiful.
no, that's cool.
Whoever that was,
I like being beautiful.
I'm attracted.
It's kinda
I'm
weird 'cause-
attracted to that.
It's kind of weird because in the radio episode, we were talking about how I wish we were sponsored by Keurig.
Oh, it's as if you've brought it full circle by reaching out to the right people.
But
That's excellent.
They actually responded. It's kind
Who
of
would have thought?
What's odd is we were gonna be sponsored. We want to be sponsored by Keurig. Lo and behold, they're coming out with a full feature film.
And it's a sequel.
It's a sequel.
It's a second one.
I didn't even see the
I
first.
can't believe I missed the first one. If only someone would have told me about
Well,
it
hey,
before.
Keurig, keep reaching out.
We actually might get some money from this.
Hey, well, if you reach out, we'll review the goddamn movie. We'll review it. I swear to God, it'll be my next episode.
Oh shit.
Oh yeah, I can't wait to reveal my picks next. I can't wait to reveal that.
Fuck.
I've been thinking about it for a long time.
I'm sure you have.
All right, let's hurry up and knock
let's
this
get
I
out.
didn't even want to hear your listening
Let's
more. I've
get
had
the-
so much fun.
I know, right?
Let's get to the actual top 5 athletes of all
Oh,
time.
you're blowing
Okay.
the microphone out.
All right, so I based my list on a combination of how dominant they were at the sport, mixed with how physically gifted they are athletically.
And a penis.
Yes.
Big old cock.
Gotta have a big old dong to flop around while you're doing
So,
it.
well, Caitlyn Jenner, you're not allowed anymore.
Who took it there?
Actually, Bruce Jenner could have been up there. It's kind of crazy. But
He really could've.
anyways, yeah, before Michael Phelps, he's the most decorated Olympian ever. But anyways, all right, number 5, Rafael Nadal. Probably the second greatest tennis player ever, arguably the first. I think he has the second most Grand Slams in history.
So why did you put the second best tennis player on?
Because, remember I said I did a combination.
Because the first one was a woman.
It's not. It's not. The first, the top 50 male athletes who beat Serena Williams. Anyways, top 100 maybe. Who knows?
Jesus.
All right.
Top 100 haven't competed in
Who know-
dominating
I don't know.
thing after they just gave birth either.
Against women. Against women. But anyways, so
Say, what are you again?
Rafael Nadal. Listen, Rafael Nadal. Oh
That
god.
was a very angry laugh he just did. He was like,
I'm trying to get past it. All right.
Colin
Let me move on.
Colin
He's
is
working
actual
up.
Dennis.
He's getting red again.
Colin is a psycho locked in there, ready to come out and murder people.
I'm the one that has a reasonable voice, and you guys.
I feel like I'm the reasonable
Oh, God,
voice. You
dude.
two are on the opposite ends of crazy, and I'm sitting here in the middle like, this is
No.
what most people would say.
No. You just like to see the polar opposites, and you like to egg it on. That's exactly what it is.
Oh, wow, of course I want to hear it all, because it's a whole lot of fun to watch you two idiots
You're just
finish
the
it.
instant. You just like to keep it going.
What's funny is I'm not.
You're the
I'm
gasoline.
I'm not mad about anyone's list for this.
Can I get to my goddamn list?
I really don't want to hear
Rafa
it.
Nadal, I put him. He's probably second greatest ever because I didn't have Federer over him because Federer doesn't rely on his physical gifts as much as Nadal does. Nadal is the fastest tennis player in history. The dude is like lightning. Like, it's ridiculous when you watch him play. He's like, especially on clay, he's like known as the god on clay because he's like pretty much unbeatable. You literally can't beat the dude on clay.
Say Clay again.
Clay. Yeah, go watch Nadal highlights. Sorry. Yeah, you guys are getting me all messed up.
That's how it was
Rafael
last episode.
Nadal, get me on Rafa Nadal. Look the highlight up. He's amazing. One of the best ever. I'll think tennis is one of the most skilled sports to play ever. Like, most people can't play tennis. It's ridiculously hard.
True.
Number 4, the most athletic boxer of all time, Roy Jones Jr. Not the greatest boxer of all time, but one of the greatest. I think his record is like 69-9. One of the best ever champion of 4 different weight classes, middleweight to heavyweight. Has some great wins. And if you just watch his highlights, his whole game is pretty much predicated on how athletic he is. Like, he keeps his hands down. He does things, like one thing that he does.
But you weren't supposed to keep your hands down.
You're not, but he's so athletic that he can rely on his reflexes and speed.
Oh, he's breaking
That's
one
what
of
I'm
the main
saying.
rules of the sport.
Yes, but he was that good. He's one of the best ever. One of the best ever, and he
Again,
broke the
we both
rules.
said we mainly put Ali in there for cultural significance.
Yeah.
He's still arguably one of the best ever.
His
nickname's literally the greatest.
He's not even the greatest, actually. He's the second greatest. But anyways,
Well, you put the second best tennis player, so
yeah.
you broke your own fucking rule there, huh, bud?
Sugar Ray Robinson is the greatest boxer of all time. But anyways,
So you did it again?
yeah, he's
So
listen.
So far, you're
Listen.
there's 2 people that are second in
We're
their
doing
sport.
top
according
five.
to you.
No,
We're doing top
it's a
5 second
combination.
greatest athletes.
No, he's not even second. He's probably 5 or something. But listen, it's the greatest athletes. So it's a combination of how athletic they are and how good they are at sport. So he was amazing at his sport, but his game relied on how athletic he was. So he has some losses, but he also has some great wins. One of the best ever. His highlights are absolutely ridiculous. He would do unconventional things. He actually changed the game of boxing. A lot of people hated him because he would do unconventional things like when you strike with somebody, you always want to fight to have the outside foot position, just because you create angles. And he would purposefully take the inside foot position and keep his hands down, just because he was so gifted athletically in his timing and speed and reflexes that he could just do these unconventional things and still just light people up. Like, he would literally lunge across the ring with these crazy power shots and knock people out. Absolutely ridiculous. He also, at 50 years old, boxed a very famous pro boxer from Lynchburg on TV and beat the shit out of him. It was great. Yeah.
Sick.
So, number 3.
Wait to hear more of your top 5 athletes of their sport.
All right, so the next 3 are the best, pretty much. But anyways,
Pretty much.
they're also athletic and they're the best in their sport. So number 3 is Alexander Karelin. He was a Greco-Roman wrestler from Russia. He has. I had to write this down.
I think you called this exactly on the last episode. You said Collin's gonna have a bunch of fucking Russian wrestlers.
Did I say Russia?
I think you were
I'll have to go back
I'm
and
pretty
watch.
sure you were he's gonna have a bunch of wrestlers from Russia.
Alexander Karelin's very famous though, in the Olympic world. He has his.
Everybody knows his name.
Listen. Hold on. Alexander Karelin. His record internationally is 887-2. 3 gold medals. No one has ever gotten 4 golds in the Olympics in wrestling. 3 golds, 1 silver, 9 world championships, and 12 European championships. 887-2. His last Olympics, he got silver in, and he was in his 40s or something. And he lost a BS match to Roland Gardner. But yeah.
But wrestling's easy.
Shut the fuck up. But he was a heavyweight, so the dudes he's going against are 300 pounds, and he would fucking pick them up off the ground and sling them over his head, 300-pound dudes.
Yeah, but how far can he throw a football?
Right.
That doesn't matter.
Oh, the finesse and talent of a
So
of
how
a sport doesn't matter at all.
But how far can a football player do?
How good is he on vert?
Dear God.
I'm pretty sure a football player could go in there and throw people around.
They couldn't at all. They could not at all.
Tell me a 250-pound man who is just pure muscle can't lift someone up and put them on
Not
the
one,
mat?
not a skilled wrestler who's trying to keep themselves down. That's like gifted. It's in the Olympics, dude. Like you could take a 150-pound wrestling Olympics, put them against the best football player of all time, and they're gonna tech fall him like the first period. It's gonna be an absolute joke. There's actually videos of this. You can look it up. GSP going against a NFL football player, ragdolling him. But anyways, number two.
I'll agree on that.
Speaking of that guy.
Number two, another wrestler, but only because he's freestyle wrestler.
Oh!
Two different sports. You
Oh,
can't-
totally.
Two different sports.
Yeah,
Greco,
it doesn't look similar at all.
Greco, it doesn't, because you
Oh.
can't go for the legs at all.
I know exactly the difference between the two sports. I'm still saying they're both wrestling.
Yeah, I'm about to go pee.
Two different kinds of wrestling. Number two is Jordan Burroughs, freestyle wrestler.
Where's Dan Gable if you're gonna do wrestlers?
I was about to say,
Because-
how is there no Kale Sanderson, no Dan Gable?
All right,
'Cause
okay,
we all
so-
know what his number one is.
Yeah.
So Kale Sanderson only has one Olympic gold medal, and he only has like one world medal or something, or just like. But he doesn't have a lot of world medals. He's the greatest collegiate athlete, but he's not the greatest Olympic wrestler or world wrestler. Jordan Burroughs, Olympic gold, 4-time worlds, 3 bronze, 6 World Cups, 6 Pans, 2-time NCAA champion. I'm pretty sure 4-time All-American, and so he's like the best. And his game is also heavily predicated on how athletic he is. He has the greatest double leg of all time. He's the one that tech fought Ben Askren, who is a 2-time national champ, Dan Hodge winner. Tech fought him, so he's an absolute freak.
Oh, well, obviously, if Tech fought him.
Well,
That's slaughter rule, pretty much, slaughter rule.
Well, Bask
I thought you were referring. I thought somebody's name was
by,
Tech.
No.
Damian Maya.
Yeah.
Oh, is this the guy with no legs?
No, dude, no.
Oh, it's only half a photo. I wasn't sure.
No. He's a freak athlete.
Hey, if he tech followed Ben Askren with no legs, I'd give it to him.
Sick.
They do have that one collegiate wrestler who has one leg though, and he's a national champ. That's pretty insane.
That's dope.
But yeah, y'all know number one, it's gonna be GSP, the greatest athlete of all time, the greatest MMA fighter of all time, like the most well-rounded of any fighter in history. I literally had to write down wiki next to his name because I can't even remember all of the things that he's won, but pretty much his whole page of like awards that he's gotten and magazines he's been on is like absurd. Like, you have to just scroll through pages of it. He has the second most wins in UFC history, 2-division champion, incredibly good at gymnastics. He was so good at wrestling, and he never wrestled into MMA. He was so good at wrestling just from MMA that he got asked to represent Canada on the Olympic team, and he turned it down because he was fighting, that's just unheard of. Also, black belt in jiu-jitsu. I'm pretty sure he's competed at the world level in Kyokushin karate. Which is also extremely athletic. Kyokushin karate is super
of course.
athletic.
For the viewers that don't understand, Kyokushin karate goes back to 100,000 years.
It's basically
I went there with
it's
that.
point karate. But anyways,
Who the fuck cares?
anyone who cares about sports should care.
Who gives a shit about Kyokushin karate?
That's one of his minor things, all right.
Oh my
But if you like MMA, it's important.
Listen, if you watch Dragon Ball Z, you should know.
But yeah, he's like he's the best athlete ever. Multi-sports. I was honestly flip-flopping between him and Henry Cejudo, because Henry Cejudo is an Olympic gold medalist and 2-division champ. He's also a freak. But so it's got to be GSP. He's a legend.
All right, so let's run through those.
Yeah, number 5, Rafa Nadal. Number 4, Roy Jones Jr. Number 3, Alexander Karelin. Number 2, Jordan Burroughs. Number 1, George St. Pierre.
All right.
You only had 2 Americans on your list. Fascist. I didn't say that word right.
All right.
Fuck you.
America's not the best at sports, though.
And that concludes this episode. House of
You gotta
Rouse.
say the fucking thing.
Yep,
What
next.
are you gonna do next week?
What about
Next-
honorable mentions?
Next
What are we doing
episode's my pick. We don't.
Oh, yeah, honorable
we're running
mentions.
very. We're running.
Honorable
that's
mentions.
all right, that's all
Honorable
right,
mentions.
whatever.
Honorable mentions.
Mine's just more wrestlers. I don't care.
Oh yeah, no, yeah, you should.
If I could, all of them would be wrestlers and MMA fighters.
I had Wayne Gretzky again off of
Yeah.
just pure dominance.
Yeah,
I had
yeah.
that
I
too.
thought about him.
As a physical specimen, LeBron, you can argue.
Yeah.
Jerry Rice again
Mhm.
for
Yeah,
pure dominance.
right.
He's number 1 in every single category. Randy Moss too, just as a
Well,
pure specimen.
Oh yeah, I actually thought about Michael Vick.
I wouldn't put him there, but I almost wanted to say it just to see his face.
No, he actually is one of the great. He's
Michael
an amazing
Vick
athlete.
is an
He's
amazing athlete.
He's just a terrible, terrible person.
Yeah.
Deserves to be burnt.
I thought about Mike Tyson, Federer,
Yeah, Mike
Usain,
Tyson.
Usain Bolt, Jesse Owens, Rocky Marciano. I just didn't think his.
What's the?
I didn't think his
newer girl's
competition
name?
was deep enough.
The newer girl's name that's in gymnastics. What's her? Gabrielle something. She is fucking dominant.
I just couldn't put gymnastics. I don't know enough about it.
She is absolutely dominant.
Definitely a
I don't
tough
know the
sport.
exact stats on it, but I feel like she could be argued. I wish I knew her full name. But it only happens every 4 years, so.
Well, next episodes will be my pick
Yikes.
and my top 5. So, drum roll, we will be reviewing the movie from 2009, Precious.
Oh my god, dude. Are you serious? Well, I don't even know why I'm surprised. Every time you list your movie, I'm going to say, are you serious?
Shit. Dumbass.
That's a comedy, right?
Gotta watch fucking Precious now.
Is this just a...
Let's just roll back this fucking...
Wait, hold on. Is this just like a throw me like so you can just make fun of me for women again? Is that all this is?
Oh, that's definitely part of it.
That's all
What
this
are your
is.
other fucking movies you've thrown out?
Amadeus.
Amadeus, I liked it, but I'm not gonna watch it again anytime soon. Biffle, sick.
That's,
The
thumbs
Little
up.
Vampire.
Was it Radio?
Radio.
Oh god, Little Vampire, man.
that was
Sick.
a fun one.
I'm so fun that I get to fucking get together with you
Walk
and
the
talk
line?
about these.
Walk
Only
the
decent
Line?
one
That's it.
you
It's like
fucking
your only
chosen.
good pick.
Amadeus was
That big
great.
fat liar.
Amadeus was dope, but again, I'm not gonna watch it again anytime soon.
It was great. I just never want to see it again.
Well, Precious is our next movie to review.
Oh
Fucking
god.
Precious.
Followed by, we're going to do the top 5 cereals of all time.
Really? Is that really the list?
That's what we're doing.
Honest to God, that's gonna be one of the toughest lists I've ever done. That's hard.
I told
That's
you.
really hard.
There's an obvious number one, but
Well, we can't talk about it.
the rest of the list will be tough. But there's an obvious number one.
I don't know. Oh man, that's tough.
Exactly. And
I
that's
don't
our
have
next
an obvious
episode.
list. I don't know what you're gonna say. Whatever. Yeah, don't listen to the episode. That's gonna be very offensive. Somehow we're gonna push the boundaries on that one. You can just skip over that one.
Just like most people did with Precious.
Isn't that a critically acclaimed movie? Or is that
Yeah, no,
really
it's supposed to be
good?
great. It's supposed to be really, really good, yeah. And it's a movie I've actually really wanted to watch since it came out.
I haven't, because oh god, the stories I've heard.
Well, we're going to see it on the next episode. Thank you for watching.
Unlike, unsubscribe.